Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? You're now tuned into another episode of the Podcast with Tigmatic, and we are here. And listen, my guest is here. He's in the back, and y'all know the vibes. It's the same as always. And before we get into it, we're going to turn up a bit. So, turn up.
Maserati, she didn't even dry yet. At the clay port, about to hop on that private jet. More Gucci than a tampon, F you in your deadline. Real rap, Kanye lost his damn mind. Hustle hard, get that cake right. Maggiano's for dinner, that's a date night. About to get it in, you know about them date nights. Her money long like them Escalade brake lights. This is real rap, far from the movies. I need the real thing, need no groupies. All she won is a million Gucci. I went to Saks Fifth and I bought all the Gucci's. I'm content, yeah, I fiend more. I used to have more hoes than the screen door. I was too on, I was too gone. I stayed woke like a parent with a newborn. Shout out to the ones that's incarcerated. I'm crazy, I should go get evaluated. I thank God, every day I made it. My hair pretty like me and Rick Fox related. Hustle with starve, yes I'm fresh. Burberry Pico, Burberry Scar. Clean, no slate, no drama, no scandals. High like the last key on the right side of the piano. The streets mad and real, and you won't see the flames. But I promise it's hot like a gas grill. I stay high like a gas bill. Still hungry, when I eat like it's my last meal. Still geeking off a last pill. Time to lift up a skirt and see how that ass feel. A lot of real estate bought for my last deal. Big house, a lot of acres out in Nashville. Well, South Philly, yes. We got one, Mr. Lamar, just playing with him. Uncle Charlie in the building. R.I.P. in the building. Caddy. That's
We coming in from the door, man, on folks them. Y'all already know, cuz. Yeah. I rock all this white like I'm godly. Sushi gon' come with wasabi. Fresh off the steps of the porch. I walk out, get in a Porsche. Know that I'm using the force. Know that I mastered the course. Known as the plug and the source. Haters, they feeling remorse. This for my dogs in court. That's facing the judge and the jury. My brother, he made it in sports. And that's why he rock all that jewelry. She can remember me now. Know that my vision is blurry. I got these racks on me now. Know that the money done carry me. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that clout. Running their mouth. Know I really feed the game. Hold up. We on the beaches and right off the coast. Down here in Florida, we doing the most. The hustle on South Beach just like a LeBron. You call it a pound and we call it a bomb. We at the lick and I'm working with chicken. Shout out my nigga from Memphis, they chicken. On my dog and themselves, know I know that they listening. Yeah, I'm on a new level just like I'm Hendrix. Straight from the gutter, we come from the trenches. We ball on these niggas, they sit on the bench. They using the style and I swear I ain't lending. We pushing the P and the P is for profit. They watching and listening, now look how they copy. They hate and respect it, but gotta acknowledge me. Know that a nigga be doing a lot. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that clout, running their mouth. Know I really feed the game.
Hey, so listen, folks, we're here. My guest is here, and tonight I bring y'all a treat. Listen, this man put some hits out here for the people to bop to. some writing, some producing. You know, he do a whole lot, but I'm gonna run it down for y'all so y'all can get the severity of the situation, you dig? So this how we gonna do it. Go to teamjohnhill.com, folks. But this how we gonna do it. John Hill is a nominated singer, songwriter, producer, and entrepreneur, also known as Team John Hill. In 2015, he founded Teamjohnhill Corporation, a highly successful entertainment platform. Teamjohnhill is a Chicago-based entertainment corporation that supports music, film, and entertainment professionals by offering a wide range of services that include consulting, songwriting, creative support, business development, management, marketing, and promotion. He's worked with people like 50 Cent, Jay, Silk, Rascal Flatts, by way of Chicago, y'all. And before we get into everything else, just know this man did a lot out here. And I'm going to run some things down as the episode go on. So I ain't going to read the whole discography to y'all, but we going to get into it. So tonight, I give y'all the one and only John Hill, folks. What's popping, good brother?
Yo, get on over the top, and then thanks, ain't no stopping, man. And then, who is that nigga, man? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, yeah, no cursing, no cursing.
Yeah, dude. My man, he got something, man. I'm telling you, my man got. I'm over here bopping. You say what?
That's Hit Town Records on Smiley. With he got he got Rock Nation distribution. He going on this thing, man.
Yeah, he had me over here bopping, man. I'm like, he's like, Lord, shout out to my man from Memphis. Hill. You know, that's South, man. That's South. Yeah. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man. So even though I gave you a bit of an introduction, you know what I'm saying? Give yourself an introduction like only you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Pot Podcast because
it ain't one of them pots, though.
It's the Pot Podcast because we stirring the pot. But listen, I am Grammy nominated, award-winning singer-songwriter Team John Hill. I've been in the business now almost 20 years. In 2025, I was signed to one of the biggest record companies in the world, Rockland Records, R. Kelly in 2005. And then I became a producer and a songwriter in about 2006. I wrote and produced and worked with a string of A-list celebrity music artists, including Gwen Stefani, Rascal Flatts, 50 Cent, Jason Derulo, Joel Santana, and even now, Rod Wave, Cardi. It's just the list goes on, man. And you know, it's really dope to be able to, you know, be in the business and see a lot of people realize their dream. You know, because it all starts with something where it's something that you want to do. It's unexplainable, and you know, people are gonna always be like, you know, man, you can't, you got to have this. So like, you know who you are. If you take a toddler rather, in some cultures, they have the baby, they'll have two things. They'll have mama hold something and dad hold something, like a book or a piano or something. And based off where the baby goes, naturally, we tell you who we are. It's just people don't believe us. So it's pretty interesting when it comes to that.
Hey, man, I like your analogy. That was a pretty dope one within itself. You know
Thank
what I'm
you,
saying? And music has definitely been your baby throughout the years. And
yeah.
I want to say this personally. Thank you for your contribution to TP3 Reloaded, good brother.
Yeah, you know what? That was such a fun project, man. Shout out to Rob Kelly. You know, of course, the whole world knows about, you know, Rob, and, you know, they try to, you know, villainize him just like they try to villainize Sean. And, you know, it's it's a lot more to that part, especially a lot of the people that's in the game and that know the nuances of things. But that project was crazy, man. If you guys like to have sex, then it's definitely an album to get you in the mood.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
Man. So let's get into it a bit. Tell the folks how John Hill got started.
Whoo, man. You know, it's never really an origin point, you know, because when you do something for so long, you feel like you've just been doing it. But I want to say, like, I always knew that I wanted to do music, just like most of the people on here that watch your show that do music. They always know. You know, instead of going outside playing soccer and football, I was out organizing bands and saying, hey, you play the drums, and going from block to block trying to figure out who played what so we could create a band. And at like 11 and 12 years old, we had our first show at a bar mitzvah, it was a quinceañera. And I think I was like 12. And it's crazy because my mom was like, to my dad, yeah, you know, he's got a show. He said, he out here taking people money, you know. People like, yeah. It's like, I just sent him outside to play. And the neighbor was just like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. You're invited. They're like, yo, what do we do? What do we do? How much did you take from these people? I was like, hey, you're going to enjoy the show. So, so 12 years old, we went to the backyard. We had a little radio flyer, you know, the little wagon with the instruments and stuff in them, man. And you know, we set up, we were looking serious. My parents were scared to death. All the people was just, you know, and they were Spanish. So quinceañera, you know, Spanish is it's like a bar mitzvah for girls that turn 15. They become ladies. So, you know, we started off with, I had my guitar, I had my Legends of Zelda shirt on. We throwing it back. And you know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you know, we sitting there, and then all of a sudden I said, hello everybody. My name is John, and this is the emergency flares. You know, whatever.
Right. So
I said, boom, 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 down on, bo do do down on, down on, ba da 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 bum ba, ba da 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 bum ba. No necesito no porta na gracia. Everybody started going crazy. My parents started clapping and doing the whole thing, and people was just like, "Yo, what? How?" You know, and the inertia from that feeling of shock was something that I just needed to feel all the time, like how happy they were, a memory that I could talk to you guys about today. That's really what music is about, creating a memory in somebody's life and changing a moment on a trajectory or a narrative that got them through. So I was hooked. I want to say that was like my first paid show. Fast forward, you know, I went to school, did opera, got a scholarship to
I saw that you did opera and you had classical training in the opera. So tell the people a bit about that.
So I studied under the Music of Baroque, which is a collective of artists that study the Baroque period in music. And from there, I trained with Sharon Quatrin, Anna Lubisic, and a few other powerful singers all the way up through, I want to say, 7th grade through high school. And it garnered me a scholarship to Juilliard, a full ride.
Oh, man.
Voice.
Juilliard, that's one of the top of the deadline crimes out here.
Yeah, it's like a HBU or like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like a Harvard of music, you know? And you know, it was really great. I did a semester and I pulled a Kanye dropout plan, you know, because it's one of those things where when you're in the middle of that crossroad or you're in the middle of that situation where, you know what you want to do, sometimes you got to sacrifice something that's already great to get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? I was at home for summer break, and this day just felt different. This is about manifestation. It's about like if y'all know that something feels, it starts with a feeling. Like the day, you ever had that feeling where you was like, man, today feel good, man. Today
Absolutely.
feels,
Today was one of them days.
yeah, it's just things different today. Like everybody happy, like anything good can happen. Let me tell you, that feeling never lies to me, because every time that happens, I run into something happened, or something to benefit the better day. So today was just a good day. It's like, man, Ice Cube, straight up. Today was a good day, you know.
Yeah.
Downtown Chicago. It was abnormal. I want to say it was 2005, dog. Everybody was just cool. Kanye's album just came out, Late Registration, and he was doing an autograph signing because he was living in New York at the time, because he had just got signed to Rockefeller, right? So he was home. You know, I'm a college student, and I buy my CD from Borders or Virgin. Y'all remember Virgin record store, or the record stores? So I buy my album or whatever to get my signature, and I wrote a letter and I said, "Dear Kanye." Y'all know the little letters, and I make beats, and I said, "Dear Kanye, I worked at Banana Republic like you, and I do music, and it would be great if you could just listen to my demo." And I had put a CD together, and you know, now that I listen back to it, it wasn't Ralph level, it wasn't hot, but it was hot to me. You know what I'm saying? And it was hot to the people that, mess with me, you know what I mean? And I gave it to one of his representatives, in line watching or whatever, because he had a lot of handlers at that time. Well, in this time too, but then he was a lot of handlers, and they's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it, check it out." They took my letter. I felt that, and like, that inertia, like, this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? I turned back around and said, "Oh, I forgot. I have to add." And they wrinkled up my letter, and they snapped my CD, and they threw it in the trash.
Oh man, I can imagine what that was like in that moment. You probably was furious in that moment, like, damn, that's how you gonna treat me? What was you feeling in that moment?
Imagine your podcast, your visitors, your movement, your thought frame, and everything that you're building, right? And you think that somebody respects the craft, you know what I mean?
And what it takes to put it together, right?
And then you turn around, and I'm just like cleaning my teeth with your plugger,
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. So I assume when that happened, that was the fire that lit up under you, because listen.
No. See, I was lucky enough to be raised with my mom and my dad. I had both parents in the house. So, they taught me to take those bumps and bruises, but work harder. There is no. You just haven't asked the right question. You know what I mean? And it hurt me, but I still went. I stood in line all day. I'm going to get my autograph. So I went up to Kanye, and he signed the signature. I looked at him. I said, I'm coming. We're going to work together. I'm on you. He was like, oh, yeah. His jaws were still a little from the accident a couple of years ago.
The accident, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm coming for you, right? And it felt good. It just felt right. And he laughed. And his homie on the corner, really, though, who did the We Major hook with Nas, you better do your job and roll up and watch how we major. He was like, oh, what's up, fam? I was like, hey, how you doing, man? I said, I'm going to work with all y'all one day, man. He's like, okay, true. Gave me a 5, whatever. You got to play. You're in the celebrity position.
Yeah.
I left. I felt real good. I said, let me go across the street, grab me a little McFlurry or something, right? So I go across the street. And if y'all know Chicago, Michigan Avenue, the Mag Mile, it's like the shopping. It's the Beverly Hills of Chicago, right? So he did one part, the CD signing on this side. Across the way was this little castle looking thing, and that's where all the stores are. It's called the Water Tower. So I went in there, and inside the Water Tower, they have McDonald's. So I'm going up this escalator. There's a lot of escalators going up, right? Now, spiritually, this is interesting because we got to look at everything spiritually.
Absolutely.
As this person was going down the escalator, I was going up the escalator. You don't think much about it until later in your life. It was just going up. And all of a sudden, as I'm sitting here with my autographed CD, looking at it and all this, all I hear is, under the breath, right? I was like, man, somebody sound good. You know, when we artists, we just want to connect, we want to collab, we want hooks, we want whoever. I say, hey, man, you sound good. We need to work. It was R. Kelly. My heart started beating fast. I don't think anybody caught wind that he was there yet because pandemonium always erupts when he's around.
Absolutely. He can't get a moment to himself when he's around.
So he's like, what's up, dog? I said, hi. The starstruckness just came over me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I said, you know what I'm saying? And I said, he's like, you good? I said, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good, nice to see you, nice to meet you. And I walk off, right?
Right.
Everything in me said, yo, go back and say something. Like, how many times Kanye, R. Kelly, like, just go say something. I walk over there and I say, hey, sir. His big bodyguard hit me like, he's like, nah, dog, come on. What's up, man? I said, sir, I'm a singer, a songwriter, you know, the whole thing. And I'm in school. And, you know, he said, oh, I heard of you, dog. You sing opera, don't you? I said, yeah. See, one thing that was smart about Robert Kelly is that he watched everybody coming up, everybody above him, everybody in the middle. So he always had a 360 view of what was going on, which is what made him great in his writing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah. I said, well, I'd like to work with you. And I mean, I sweep floors, man. I mean, I don't care about the money. If I could just, figure it out, clean toilets or whatever, So he looked at me trying to figure out my energy and spirit because he's a very spiritual person, right? And at that time, he had that record out, fake niggas get fake digits and real players get the real player hating them, Yeah. But he wrote down something and he scratched it out. And then he wrote a number. I think it's probably going to be a fake number, but he's an energy guy. And he put it down and ripped it off a newspaper and gave it to me. He said, give me a call like Monday. I was like, yes, sir. So I took the number and I walked around. And then somebody said, what did he say to you? He said, all you heard was, Kelly is here. Everybody in the mall shot up the stairs. Security had to break down barriers. They was like, yo, he was talking to him. He was talking to him. Can you introduce us to him? You know him? What you do? I was like, I don't know. Nah, I just walked past. That's R. Kelly, Right. And then I go home and I call him that Monday and he didn't answer. Mm. And then I called him Tuesday. He didn't answer. And I was like, oh, Hollywood stuff, Right. Then I called him Wednesday. Hello. Hi, Mr. Kelly. This is John Hill. I was calling because you told me to call Monday, but maybe you're busy Monday. He said, just come to my house tonight. I said, yes, sir. What time? He said, just come to my house tonight. I see you there. I said, gotcha. Click.
You ain't even know where the house was at.
Where do you live at, bro? Dog, you lose Tigmatic, you lose your marbles when you in that space. You know what I'm saying? You just
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I talked up my mom and dad. Said, "Hey, R. Kelly want me to come to his house tonight. They want me to come to his house." He said, "You don't know R. Kelly house." I said, no. I think it's an audition, you know. And he's like, "Oh, really? Oh, man, I put the number in the Bible, and I knew the whole thing, you know, just happy parents, you know."
Right.
And I said, y'all know where he lives? Because I don't know where he lives. I don't know. They said he didn't give you the information. He said, "Just come to his house. Just come to his house." And my dad was the tough one. You know, call him back. Get the address, man. Why you acting silly? You know, strong black people. Just get the address.
Right. Get the address.
It said, so I called him. No answer. Called the other one. No answer. I said, "Oh, I'm so stupid. What? Right? About 3 hours later. Yeah, I remember that phone.
Yeah.
I go,
the next tale.
I go, "Hello? Hey, is this John Hill?" I said, "Yes, it is. Hey, this is Donnie Lyles, R. Kelly's music director, Donnie Lyles. I want to give you the address. Whoop de whoop poop poop. Come by tonight around 7. I said, "Yes, sir." And all right. He's like, "Okay, I'll holler." I said, "Okay, cool. Yes, sir." Click. 7 o'clock. Everybody jumping around. You know, 5 heartbeats. Songs on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So 7 o'clock roll around. I wasn't driving. That's how, like, you know what I'm saying? No license, no car. My parents took me to this joint, man. So they drive out there. He lived out in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? City lanes on the 6 in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? So way out.
I like how you throwing all the references in there. That's dope.
So he way out there, right, Tig? And we rolled up, and it's just a dark area. All of a sudden, we see a big gate, and then all of a sudden, this lady come out. "How can I help you?" I said, "Hi, I'm John Hill. I said, I didn't ask you that. I said, how can I help you?" I was like, "I'm here for an audition or to talk to Mr. Kelly." "Everybody here to talk to Mr. Kelly." Breaker. Some guys at the door said, "Yeah, let him in. That's what's up." "I'm sorry about that, sir. Come on in." So the gate opened up. She said, "Okay, wait a minute. Who was that?" I said, "That's my mom and dad. They drove me up here." And no, he said, "Only you." So my parents was like, "Well, I guess this is it, you know. Good luck and call me."
It's time to come and get you.
You understand? So I get in there and I was like, "Man, this is crazy." And she's like, "Okay, sign here, sign here." So I said, "Wait a minute." I just got here. I'm signing stuff. Like, right. You know, and especially as us, when we looking at contracts and paperwork and it's fresh and you don't know anything about it, the only thing we were taught was don't sign nothing, you know.
Right.
We didn't know why or whatever, right? She said, "You got to sign this, baby, if you're going to get past this security guard." I said, "Well, what?" She said, "It ain't nothing but a non-disclosure." That's the first time I learned what a non-disclosure was. Right. And she said, "Basically, anything y'all talk about, this, that, what Puppy say, you got to sign the NDA to get next to me." No, but so I signed the NDA, and then all of a sudden the bright light, Polaroid, put it on the paperwork. She said, "Congratulations." I said, "Congratulations." She said, "You made it past these gates. Something gonna happen for you."
That's dope. That's dope. So
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I know I'm long-winded, but I'm just giving you the origin of you know,
Hey,
and then
man, listen, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I told you in the messages. However it's gonna go, it's however it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But I felt as though that you know, it needs to be heard. So, but before we get more into the story, I still gotta ask my questions.
Hit it.
Right? So tell me, John, how do you balance your mental health with the demands of the entertainment industry?
Music.
Right.
I know it seems like a double entendre, but music.
Hey, this is what it's about, though. So
what happens is I differentiate the job of it to the art of it. So the job of it is to finish a project, get it done at a deadline with high stress and people. And because business is really just dealing with people. Like, what is business? People, I could simplify business very easily. People think it's so hard. Like, man, it's hard to do business. If you move out all the paperwork, business is your first name, your last name, your social security number, your address, and a reference, realistically.
Right.
The rest is dealing with people and their personalities, what they like, what they don't like, not to offend them, not to offend them with a smell. They smell like my ex-girlfriend, just some type of business of people. So I separate the business from the art because there's there's duality to it. The art feels so great. Anytime I feel stressed out, I jump on my piano and just start playing some of my favorite records from people that I listened to growing up, whether it's rock, R&B, and then I'll just call people or call a Tigmatic and just say, hey, man, you remember this? And just start, and we laugh about it. You said, man, I kissed this girl that she had a tooth that fell out, and we just reminiscing and playing. And that helps my mental health because it reminds me of what I'm doing this for.
Right.
And then it's almost fellowship. It's like my ministry. And then they minister back to me with their responses and their reactions. And I say, okay, because that's what this is really about.
Absolutely.
So strip away the Teamjohnhill merchandise and the stuff and the fans and the oversee, all that. The root of this is ministry. And God is ministry, and ministry is health, and health is mental awareness.
Absolutely. Staying alert in your mental health and keeping yourself up. Because once you go low, even creation becomes hard mentally. And I've been there as an artist. I don't know if Fabe told you my backstory, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it off air. I don't want to keep repeating it on every episode. But
oh no, but I mean, yeah, let me know because I want to see what you got going on.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna make it the short story. I got shot in the top. You know what I'm saying? I survived it. I'm still able to create, and I'm still out here. You know what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So, but going through that, I went through something mentally. It took me a while to get back from all of that, and I was able to, find my way back. So, God has his way on seeing people through. You know what I'm saying? So for you to have this blessing come, you didn't fold, you didn't flake, and you understood what the assignment was. You know what I'm saying? Because it led you to so many other doors just from that one moment.
Absolutely.
So, tell me some personal struggles you dealt with that led to anxiety, depression, or anything else.
So I have a film coming out, or that's in production right now, called Surviving Entertainment, and you can look at hashtag Surviving Entertainment movie, or just Google Surviving Entertainment, and it is there where I release a bunch of untold stories to media, untold anything, and actually a lot of confessions of things that has happened to me in the business. That is probably helping a lot of people, but I hope that these stories can help other people get their mental health into a place where they can speak about it and be comfortable about it. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I want to say a lot of that stuff I bear inside the film, so I don't want to give away too much. But I can say, I think my first marriage, while being an artist, for anybody that is dating someone who doesn't understand this way of life, it gets real dark. It gets really dark. I've never had thoughts of suicide or anything like that, but it was definitely some spaces where I felt like if I was to disappear, just completely just evaporate. And I don't mean off the earth, but I mean like, and I think we've all felt that way at one point, where we just get some jeans and a t-shirt and a duffel bag.
Absolutely.
$200 and just
absolutely. I've had a moment where I felt like that before.
You know what I'm saying? And it's if you don't have belief in anything bigger than yourself, you're not gonna make it.
Right. My belief in God is what definitely kept me level-headed and kept me more focused on him and what he wanted from me. And what you see here on this show is what he wanted, for me to help people to express themselves. You know,
Absolutely.
I had a hard time expressing myself. I said my time, excuse me. I had a hard time expressing myself for a long time. And now that I'm able to do that, the end result, well, it's not an end because I'm not at my end, but the result is what you see. You know, great conversations with great people like yourself, man.
I appreciate you.
So let's dip back into the music part. Let's go back. So from getting to the non-disclosure, what happens next?
So I made it past the gates. So she said, you made it past these gates. So, you know, something's gonna happen. I said, okay, didn't know what that meant. But I walk past and I see all these, like, he lived the life. You know what I'm saying? I see these cars in the front yard. I see a Bulls color 300C. That's when 300s just came out, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, what is that? You know, it was all Bulls colors, right? And then I saw the McLaren Mercedes with the wings that come up like this. And then there was a car right here that I've never seen in my life. I said, what is that? That is the baddest, weirdest. He said, oh, that's a white guy came pick me up as we're going back toward the studio part in the house. He said, oh, that's Rob's invention. I said, invention? He said, yeah, they're creating a car based off of whatever he thinks. Like, this dude created a car off his mind, and then they made it into a real model.
Oh yeah.
Like that type of rich. Right. So and then on this side I saw the you remind me of my Jeep, I wanna ride. Bill had the Rubicon right there, boy, polished up, same everything. I was like, woo. And then he had the Batmobile. The one from the Gotham City. That joint.
Michael Keaton joint. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So I'm just in awe looking at all this stuff as he's just nonchalantly talking. And we get down to the side door where the studio is. And then everything is wooded out. It's a full recording studio in his house, like soundproofed, everything. Then you see pictures of him and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You see pictures of him and Britney Spears. You see American Music Awards and Grammys with dust and spider webs on them. And you just like, man, all this musical history, you know. A plaque from Michael Jackson that said, thank you, Robert. You know.
Why are you talking his voice?
and it's about 7 o'clock. So I get there, I sit down, and the engineer was there like this, just had his hands on his face. I didn't get it at the time. I get it now. We all get it. You get it. We get this, you know, that. So I was like, hey, how you doing? He said, I'm good, man. It's good. He's like, get him whatever he wants. He's here for Rob. Okay. So he's just mixing a record for him. And they said, what do you need? You need something to drink? I said, sure. He said, what do you want? Soda? I said, sure, soda. What type of soda? I said, Sprite. He said, okay, Sprite. He said, you hungry? I said, no, not really. He's like, you want grapes? I said, yeah, sure, grapes. He said, you want green or red? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, red, you know. So now I'm sitting here thinking, man, I made it. You know, I'm going from last week, them throwing away my stuff in the garbage, you know, the good music crew, to somebody asking me the preference of my grapes. So I'm sitting there and I sit back in this chair looking around. He's got guitars on the wall, one with BB King signed and all of that. And I'm just sitting there. 8 o'clock rolled by, nothing. 9 o'clock rolled by, nothing. 10 o'clock rolled by. Hello, how's it going? I said, I'm in the studio at his house. He's not here yet. You're not here yet? I said, you're not here yet. It's been 2 hours. It's just leaving up. We'll call you back. Okay. 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting right there, Tigmatic, not moving. Unbeknownst to me, all of this stuff is it's a test. Like, they don't tell you nothing, to just start doing it to test you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
3 in the morning. I hear guys laughing. Coming in. Yeah, you know, that was great. Walk in, I stand up. Mr. Kelly, he said, what's up, dog? Gave me a 5. All the dudes walk in, his little entourage, they sit down. He said, this that dude I met last week. He's like, all right, hit it. So I take out my guitar, I say, start some originals. He was like, I finished it. He was like, what else you got? I said, okay. Some for your ass. I said, all right. What else you got?
Yeah,
stand up.
Keep testing you. He want to see what your range is.
I stand up.
Going with this.
I give him an opera joint. The guys were like, interesting. He said, okay. What else you got?
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude heard everything. Ain't nothing impressing this cat. I said,
your heart. He wanted to see your heart.
I said, I got some. Bring, boom, boom, back on, gong. Gong, 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 bring. Don't you look at me like, I know this nigga ain't about to do what the fuck. I know you ain't about to.
So
Boom, boom, boom. I said, I'm standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself. I should have known the day would come that she would find somebody else. And all the things I took her through. He said, things I took her through. I messed up because I wasn't ready for him to do. He said, I shouldn't have lasted this long at this telephone booth. Calling Tyrone, cause when a woman's fed up, he said, no matter how you big. So he said, no matter how you big. He hit me with the how you big. And I said, it ain't nothing. Then he said, then he took his song back. He said, I used to make love to you daily. Then I added love to you daily. And we started harmonizing when a woman, la da, la da, oh, and we kind of doing it, oh, wow. We kind of sparring, but not really. And he got it, and I said, whoa, that boy good. All right. Yeah. So he went in, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay. And he was like, I want to name money. My guitar string broke. The blood rushed from my head down to my feet.
I can imagine.
And he was looking like,
in that moment.
He's looking at me like, what you gonna do? I flipped the guitar around on the button. I said, And I was raised in Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Some your best cooking you ever had. So he whispered in one of his boys' ear, and they went to the wall and took off the BB King guitar and gave it to me. Said, "Keep the party going. When a woman's fed up and we vibing, oh yeah, the whole thing." He's like, "Okay, that's what's up." He said, "Give me that guitar." He put it back on the wall.
That thing autographed and everything.
Right.
On one of the specials with him, and he was talking about how it was autographed by BB King.
That's the one I played. He said, "Yeah, go ahead, let me do that." So he put that on the wall, and then he said, "You hungry?" I said, "Sure. Want a taco?" I was like, "Sure." He gave me a taco. And then he said, "All right," put his headphones on. "Yeah, gonna dance circle around my problems. Hey, struggle. Yeah, struggle. Yeah." They press play. Some of the most beautiful music. It's so much music that is out that's not out, guys. Like, so much music that fits now. Like, I wish I could just get the catalog because it's just life-changing. And
so y'all got to work on the whole CP3, right?
So he did that joint or whatever because he did that. Then he asked me if I play basketball. I said, "I'm a mathlete, not an athlete." He said, "Come on, let's go play." And see, what it is guys, is that all of this is a test. He want to see you in social situations, how you going to react, what you're going to do. And for him, basketball was, are you a team player or are you a lead? Are you a lead that can't follow, or what do you like all of that? Unbeknownst to me, it's whatever. I walk in there, there's a couple NBA players in there. What kind of day is this? Like, it was locked. Now, mind you, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, guys, because he was 6 hours late. They shut the gym down for him to play at 5 in the morning with these NBA players. And I sucked badly, like really badly, like really badly.
You know, they do it for a living. You just don't to be out there with Rob. You know what I mean?
Dude, I ain't even gonna sit here and act like, I have the black card of basketball and sports. I haven't. They passed me the ball, Tig. I said, "Yeah." Boom, it was gone.
Oh yeah, they own it.
I tried to chase him. He was already at the rim. I'm setting the pick. I'm on him. He ain't gonna know. He was gone.
Yeah, that was a hell of a night for you. Well,
so he came to me. He said, "All right, man, go ahead and you can sit down." That's what he said to me. Right? You can sit down. And then Donnie Lyles came up to me, and his thing in the business, you don't know what's going on, but you know what's going on. And then you know what's going on. You get good at knowing what's going on, but not knowing what's going on. And that's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hurry up and wait, but you know what's going on, so you can explain it to a person that has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
okay.
You know they're talking, but you're waiting on the results of what's going to happen. So you know what's happening, but you don't know what exactly is going to happen and how it's going to happen. But you know something's going to happen. You
in the game. So to me, I was still on regular people time. So I didn't know. I said, "So what does that mean?" He said, "You got a passport?" I said, I don't have a passport. He said, "Yeah, because we might use you for this little project." I said, "Project? What's the project?" And they speaking every 30 minutes in parables, and I don't know what's going on. Right. And he said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you a call." And I'm like, "Wait, what? What's going on? What's going on right now?" You know what I'm saying? "Yeah, we just all right, cool." He's like, "I'm gonna take you back to your car." I said, I gotta call my mom and dad. They picked me up. And so I called him. I said, "All right, we ready?" He said, "Hello." I said, "All right, we ready." He said, now? I said, yeah. He was like, that's all right, I'll just take you home. So he picked up the Bulls 300 Chrysler and he picked me up and I'm picking his brain. He's sleeping in a mug, right? And I was just like, it's only two of us, so he can answer my questions. I'm like, so you're gonna use me for a project? He's like, yeah, we're gonna use you for a small project. I said, cool, small project. Cool. When is it? I'll let you know everything, man. I'm gonna give you a call in a couple days. Got you. You gonna call me? Like, I'm like, Smokey, you gonna call me? Yeah, I'm gonna call you, man. That's it. 312-222-2422. Call me. Call me. 22. You got my number? Yeah, I got your number. 232-2222. Like, because I'm like trying to hold on to this night, Tigmatic. Like, I can't let go. Like, I feel like when I leave, y'all gonna. I see that everybody's everywhere. So who am I after 2 days? You know what I mean?
Folks, if you're just tuning in, I have John Hill, a great musician who has worked with a lot of people in the music business. We're talking about the story of R. Kelly, TP3. He has a big part in that production, and he is a musical genius as well.
I appreciate you, man. So,
hey, man, I just call it like it is. So how did you and Fabe hook up? Because Fabe was in on that project too, right?
He did the R project. That was before me. Fabe's a little older than me, so he did the R project with Kendall Nesbitt. I believe I Could Fly was on that one and a couple other ones. But yeah, he was on the other one. But it's crazy because we all in the same camp, but he has so many different arms, you never really run into each other, Dang. So it was crazy because for me, he had me in a whole different pot. Like he would put different people in different pots,
That's for Saturday, but today we stirring a bit.
You understand?
You can stir if you want.
You don't stir that pot? Look, no, we got a lot of gumbo. I got
Yeah, we got a big pot today.
So we I get home. My parents are like, what did he say? I said, they're gonna use me for a project. My mom said, oh, they're gonna use it for a project. Oh, they said, when the project? I said, I don't know. They said, well, you go back to school next week. I said, I know. They said, well, you got decisions to make. I said, I know. And they said, so when they gonna call you? I don't know. But what they say? They said they're gonna call me. I said, okay. So he said, well, if they don't call you by Friday and you leave Monday, you hang it up. My parents.
Now, how old were you at this time?
19. I said,
in the back of your mind, you thinking, I'm grown.
You understand? How you gonna tell me about? I live in New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm in school. I'm an opera singer. You know what I'm saying? You tell me what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting there still under their roof and eating their food and washing my clothes.
Absolutely.
So Wednesday come around, I'm calling crazy now, man. I'm calling, no answer. Calling him, no answer. Calling, no answer. I'm like, I'm scared to death because I know this could be a ticket into something great. I don't want to be an opera singer, but I'm good at it. But everybody that's good at something don't mean they should be doing it. It's just the whole thing, And sure enough, Friday come around and they didn't call. They did not call. And they called me Sunday night, bro, as all my bags was packed, ready to go back to school. And they said, Monday, the day I'm supposed to fly to school, they said, can you go to the airport and meet us in Los Angeles Monday? I told my parents, they was like, you got a decision to make. School or Los Angeles? And I went to the airport and I took the ticket. I took that LA trip, baby. I got to to LA, talked to him, talked to some attorneys and things like that. He signed me first as his background vocalist for the small project of the BET 25th anniversary show. And I was the lead background vocals between me, Ebony Taylor, and Christina Sanchez for that project, just to see how everything went.
Right.
And that audition at his house, I guess, showed him that doing live TV in front of a lot of celebrities and people that you love and your peers and things that you could think on your feet, you cold-blooded, and I need you with me. So I became his right-hand vocalist. And then in 2006, he signed me as a songwriter and producer. And that's when we took on the TP3 Reloaded album, the Untitled album. We did a lot of songs. I wrote Pregnant, Sexy, it was a Sex Weed with Kendall Nesbitt and Rodney East. I wrote Sex in the Kitchen. And then I performed all of the medleys with him on a world tour, a few world tours.
So
and
you
then
had the opportunity to work with some other greats out here, and I'm gonna just throw a few of them out there, and maybe you can tell me a story or two.
Okay.
Right. But before we get into that, you served as vice president of Rap-A-Lot Midwest?
Yeah, the Midwest division. Jay Prince, and shout out to Ian Dame, who run the whole.
How did that happen? You met Jay Prince, like vice president of Rap-A-Lot.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
So fast forward through the singing and the stuff, and then R. Kelly obviously got in trouble and the whole thing, and so it was a big shift of things needing to happen. So from there, nobody teaches you got to start your own this or do this or connect with it. Nobody teaches you that. You used to getting checks this way or that way. But I became really good at a lot of things, like filling voids. And I noticed in those voids, some of your favorite people don't have the organization of what they deserve. Like, it looks good in public, right?
Right.
But in order to keep that ball rolling, that's why you see a lot of people say, what happened to whoop-de-whoop? Because they didn't have the infrastructure to keep that rolling.
Right.
So I saw a void, and I'm like, man, I need to just, help people. So as I'm writing songs, say, well, instead of just, well, thank you that the song is dope. Thank you. You like that, right? But you know how you put it out? And then you know how the campaign to go around the song? And then after you do the campaign around the song, what organizations to tie to that? And then from there, you can spin that up. And people just, like, I didn't even think that far, bro. I just want to make good songs,
Right.
So I became so good at it that the rappers started, it was just, they started like, and singers and everybody was just like, your mind is something different, bro. When you pitch things, you don't just pitch it as a record or an idea, you pitch it as a brand. And it's like brand management. So I was like, okay, yeah, managing a brand.
Right.
And, as I'm writing and producing and putting things together, my name starts building in the business after co-writing Sexy Can I with Young Berg and Ray J. After,
AKA Hitmaker, for those that don't know.
Oh,
but for those in our age range,
yes,
we know him
Hitmaker.
as Young Berg.
Yes, excuse me, Hitmaker. Shout out to Hitmaker. Just a lot of those great records that lifted the culture. My boy Ink Dog, who's an artist out in Chicago, really dope artist. He's like moving around. He introduced me to Damon E, who are board members for Jay Prince. And, they were about to expand Rap-A-Lot because they already got the West Coast, but they didn't have a Midwest. He didn't have anybody in the Midwest that wanted to run it. So E and Dame you know, heard about me. I had a meeting with him. He's like, yeah, man, you be, you know, yeah, he said, this is what I want to do. I want to give you a whole division. I want you to run the whole Midwest sector. I want you to run some of the South sector and the Southwest sector. And then this will be your infrastructure. But before we could even give you that, you have to talk to the CEO. So I flew to Houston and
What was it like? I know this is a story. I know it's a story coming behind this one. Come on now.
everything that you think, like, Jay Prince is him. Jay Prince is him. He's him.
Right.
He's him.
He's a legend, man.
Erase out of your mind all the things you think that you know.
Right.
He's him. On paper, it say $30 million.
Right. It's way more than that.
I land. They pick us up in Rolls Royce trucks. And this little guy with a little fro, real quiet, has his own security detail. You think he the Nation of Islam, bro. They had their guns out because, you know, Texas is conceal and carry. I think in the South it is too.
It's a carry state.
Dude, they walking around like they Secret Service. And they get them out of the car and they holding the guns. And they go into some of the buildings because he owns a lot of buildings. He owns Texas, Houston. And then they go on the roof with their guns. And they sit and they say, hey, yeah, how you doing? He said, he had his glasses on. He said, I've been hearing a lot about you, man. This is good, man. You know, it's good to see young brothers doing their thing. You know? And the dudes with the guns sitting in the corner just disciplined, right? And he said, Ian Dane told me that you know, real mafia, you know, that you have some expertise in this. I said, yeah. He's like, okay, well, let me hear some of your ideas. So I was telling him the ideas, and he said, Junior, come here. And Junior sat there and he was just listening. He had some girls with him. If you've never been to Texas, women are on a whole different planet there. Like, you've never seen just
I rode through, but I never got to literally just chill in Texas.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
I had a little situation, but that's a
Dude,
whole story for another episode.
Yeah, the 3s are 12s. the three, if it's 1 to 10, the 3s are 12s. Like their faces and the energy and Southern, you know, just nice and hey, you know, and he said, Junior, come in with the girls. He said, hey. He said, yeah, go ahead. And then the phone rang. He said, oh, hold on. He said, hello? And then he heard, yo, I'm coming. Da, 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 da. He said, Drake, where you been? Da, 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 da. Right? So I'm like, Drake? Why is Drake called? You know, so he said, okay, well, I like your ideas, man. I like them a lot. He said, you could run that division with Damon E., but I need to see y'all quarterly. So I'll fly to Houston every 3 months to give him updates on everything that's moving in the Midwest and the Southern regions. And he has LA, Houston, New York, Chicago now, and some Southern states that he has his hands into with independent artists, major artists. You wouldn't believe like where his hands are. His hands is everywhere. Like, let's debunk everything right now. I'm telling you right here on the Tigmatic show. However you think Drake got signed, throw that out. Drake got signed by Jay Prince Jr. Did you know that?
Nah, I did not.
Now you know. Ain't no I met Lil Wayne and none of that. MySpace for y'all young cats. Drake was on MySpace pushing music. Jay Prince Jr. said, yo, this kid's kind of interesting. Yeah. Befriended him. Flew him down to Houston. Started making some records or whatever. That's when he made the mixtape, That whole mixtape was made in Houston. That I just want a business, all that. So Rap-A-Lot wasn't doing nothing. So they called Wayne. Wayne said, I'm about to start this collector, this Young Money, And he said, yo, I got somebody for you, whoop-de-whoop, because we ain't doing nothing over here like that. We doing other stuff. Met Drake. 50% of OVO belongs to J. Prince Jr. Did you know that? Drake, 20, his producer 20, couple others. Rest of that is J. Prince Jr. and J. Prince. So if there's 50,
hearing this, now hold on, because I don't want people saying to me, oh, how he know. So in response to that, for those that would be saying that, how do you know that?
Because I am the former vice president of Rap-A-Lot Midwest.
Hey.
Google me, baby. You crazy?
Hey.
So no, that is a fact. I mean, it's not hidden knowledge, but it ain't popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's real. But as it should be, because he put him on. He put Drake on. J. Prince know everybody and is cool with many people. I mean, of course, you're gonna have, some naysayers as you're moving up the line. But yeah, so the Hollywood story that needs to be created to create the narrative, that's that. But OVO is in partnership with Rap-A-Lot.
Y'all hearing it here first on the pot. That's exclusive. And y'all see, I put that in the flyer that it was an exclusive interview. Y'all getting some new news that you wouldn't have got elsewhere. Y'all got it straight from here. Episode 82. We moving and booming. But continue, my guy.
Yes, sir. So Megan Thee Stallion. Guess who owns some of her contract?
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Beyonce has some dealings with them. Of course they're in good space, but yeah, it's a lot of, yeah, like people think J. Prince is just, I heard of him. Like, okay.
So let me ask you, you have some films that you've had your hand in, right?
Yes.
I see that you did The Model Idea, Wrong Package, Vulture City 2, City of Vultures, and What Love Feels Like. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So
break that down a bit and break down what acting was like for you, and which one do you like more, the production side or the acting side? Because you got credits for both.
Yeah.
In film.
Art is art. I love art. What Love Feels Like was a music video with Ray Charles's daughter, Robin Charles. So she had me produce that, and it was really fun. Wrong Package never came out, but I played a nerdy boss. Acting is a whole different discipline. I respect actors. I'm the type of actor where I can't sit and like memorize lines, because when I was doing opera, I had to memorize a lot of like solfeggio, and I had to memorize a lot of like things, and it's cool, but my eidetic memory kind of gets tired, so
you did a lot of improv for the most part.
So I love acting when they explain. I like when movies are made when they say, here's the scene. Tigmatic, somebody owe you a lot of money, and you just ran into him. Give me the reaction of what you do when you just ran into him. Let you get that in your system. Places, action. Like I like that type of, filming. It's
right.
really
improv. That's the improv. Yeah.
Yeah. Method acting. Love it. Love that. But all art is art. This film that I'm doing, Surviving Entertainment, is a documentary. So it's a biodoc, a little bit about my life. And it's stories that happen in the documentary that happened to me or happened to some of my colleagues that I've worked with. So I got some unseen footage from 50 Cent, R. Kelly. I got
So what did you do with Fifth? Break that down a bit too.
Okay, yeah. So my production team produced a couple records on before
Self-Destruct.
That one. Yep. Before I Self-Destruct. That was the Interscope album. We did so it was me and my boy out of Houston and my boy Nascent. So it was Nascent, myself, and Q Beats. And we did Strong Enough. That was the record. See, I got to dig into my brain because we done coined like so many records. So look, so Strong Enough was the record. And one of my favorite songs, how that came about is I'm from the era of sampling, right? Where people sample the records and make the beats. So I love certain samples. They just speak to you, right? But I'm from the art where I'm not going to sample the record, no matter how dope the record is, unless I'm absolutely destroy the record for the culture of where we are now. Like some people just make beats because they want to, this sounds good and it with a sample. It's gotta be crazy. So one of my favorite records growing up was If I Was Your Woman by If I Was Your Woman, Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight. Yeah,
Gladys Knight.
That's Gladys Knight.
So it was just so many feelings and emotions in that record. And I was just like, whoa, I need to flip this. So I sent the sample over and I said, so we need to chop it this way, but then we need to chop this part, but we need to glue these parts together. And he's like, sonically impossible. I said, what'd you say? He said, it's sonically impossible to flip this way and chop. If you go to the record and pull it up, it's called Strong Enough. You're going to hear the chops and then how we added a completely different beat cadence to the chops, right? And Nascent took it out to New York to Sha Money, and 50 was there, and he was just like, "Go ahead, play some, New York cats. Yeah, go ahead, man, play some beats." Or I remember this dude from the other day, not OTHER, OV, OV, the other day. I remember this dude from the other day. Tigmatic from the other day. This dude's going to play it. Right.
I live in the South, but I'm from Philly originally. So we say it too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was able to say it so fluently.
Yeah, I was like, "Why that's clean? You said that too clean, bro." He said, "Yeah, man, that's dude from the other day, man. I told, yeah, go play it, right?" So the beat came on. Doom 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 doom. So when she says life is so crazy and love is unkind, you remember that part? So we took the unkind part and put life is so crazy, then looped it. Life is so crazy, life is so oh baby, oh yeah. Life is so, and we just took these.
That's his style for real. He like taking the old joints and turning them into something crazy.
Right.
Fifth is one of my favorite rappers. So
Fifth is cold.
You got to work with one of the people that I definitely look up to musically.
Fifth was cold, man, and he listened to the joint. He came in. He said, "Hey, wait a minute, play the other one." What was the other one? Quit playing, nigga, and play the other one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he played it. He was like, yeah. I want that. Get with my mans and take care of that. Show money. Go ahead, hang. And he walked out the room, and we was just like, yes, thank you.
Let me ask you, John. How do you handle the pressures of the spotlight, and how do you deal with scrutiny through social media? Like when you produce something and then you hearing people talk about it, like how do you deal with that?
I look at it as everybody has their own tastes. So if they don't like it, it's not for you. You know what I mean? I don't like a lot of things that's out now, a lot of the music, but somebody likes it. Good music finds a home. So if it's good, it's gonna find a home in somebody's house. You know, for me though, I'm not gonna say it doesn't hurt, because you know, it's like something that you cook something, and if nobody liked the food, you feel bad. Like, man, I cooked this from my heart. I guess I put too much Lawry's, you know.
Right.
So, so you know, it does hurt, but at the end of the day, you have to remember it's for who you are trying to reach or who you are trying to change.
Right.
5 people or 5 million people. So what really bothers me though is like in the business of people. You get what I'm saying? Like we're in the business of people. After y'all all make something, one person will be different than the other person. So you'll be humble, right? And you'll be like, man, that was so dope, and whoop de whoop. And they'll be like, man, you only clapped and whistled, man.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what? You didn't even pull the sample down or break down the schematics of the rhythm. Yeah, man, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gets me. Like, everybody is with it until some success or something happens, and people get weird. That's the thing that bothered me. Or they get funny acting, like as if I wasn't in the same room like with you 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know,
and it can get like that, you know, as artists, you know, we have to deal with people saying, oh no, I ain't like that joint. And then in the back of your mind, you thinking like, how you don't like this? This is fire. And you got 7 other people over here saying, yo, that joint is crazy. But then you got a few other people on the other side just like, nah, this ain't it. So sometimes you got to deal with the balancing other people's opinions and just go by what you feel in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the time, every joint ain't going to be a hit anyway. And we got to realize that.
Like people told me that Pregnant was trash. Like on every level. Trash writing, trash production, trash features. They said trash message, just trash. I was like, Jesus. You know. And I said, well,
the millions of people in the world, they felt different.
They felt different, but see,
that goes to what I was saying. It proves the point of what I was just saying right there, you know. And sometimes people get it wrong, you know. They can say whatever they want, but they'll get it wrong, you know. So
yeah, but also when people love to see the downfall and the demise of people, so it really proves to their, you know, their ideology. So if they don't like something and it's against popular opinion, then they'll wait until the person sneezes or trips or does something. Then they're like, see, told you this, and the song sucks. You know.
And then when it becomes super successful, here comes I always knew that you was
special.
No, you didn't.
Right.
You know, you didn't think that because you was just saying that it was trash. And now that I'm popping now, like Cassidy say one of my favorite lines, right? On this song, it's called "Where the F You Been." He said, now you want to come around, but you wasn't there when I was down, ninja. Where the F you been? You know what I'm saying?
You understand?
He said, wait, ninjas fake. They straight got me feeling like Drake. I don't need no new friends. Now you want to come around, but you wasn't there when I was down, homie. Where the F you been? Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what? Philly is, I'm saying this on the record. Philly are my favorite rappers. I love rappers from Philly. Dude.
We got that sauce, bro.
Dude, the punchlines. Now, I like New York rappers too. They cool, but like when you get a Reed Dollars, when you get a Murder Mook. Wait, Mook is New York. Excuse me.
Mook is New
When
York.
You get give me my boy E Ness.
Ness is fire. I've been talking about Ness for 3 days, man.
When you get an E Ness, when you get a even Cassidy, like people don't get it because he's from our era.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
Tigmatic.
Was you in the underground?
Yeah, I'm still in the underground. I'm still here.
Man, I would love to hear the man. It's about the bar.
And I still grind. I ain't learned my lesson.
Woo! Dude, the bars, the bars, the bars. Okay. I want to see, I want to see Reed Dollars versus Arsenal.
To be honest, I don't.
You don't think that would be? You think Reed can't keep up?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I like Arsenal on beat, but I don't like Arsenal a cappella. I just don't. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. He nice on beat, but
Arsenal?
Some of his joints hit, but some of them it just be mid, bro. It just be mid to me.
You don't like the punches, the punch lines, and you know what I'm saying?
Some of his punches hit. That's what I'm saying. Some of them hit, but some of them just be mid. I like, you know who I like you said, Mook. I like Mook. I like Ness. I like Daylight.
My man said, I got, what he say? I got guns or something that you never see before. No MC Gusto. It's like, what?
That's why I said I like him better on beats.
Right, yeah.
On beats, he's a problem. On beats, he's a problem. I would love to see him on Verbal Warzone.
I want to see
go at it on beats on Verbal Warzone or something like that.
I want to see Enes against Lloyd Banks. Now that is an old school boxing match.
I would put Fab and Lloyd Banks against it to see who will punch better with that. And if we was to do that one, you know, because they from the same exact era. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I was trying to get on some Jake Paul meets Tyson type, you know what I mean, type stuff, you know, with that. That's why I said, like,
yeah. Speaking of which, that was an upset, man. That was
very much so. We know,
folks. So for those watching, I'm pretty sure y'all agree. That was definitely a money grab.
Yeah, but don't insult our intelligence either. Like, get your money, but come on, man.
Give us a fight for real.
For real.
So, what are some ways you stayed grounded in the public eye or found peace?
I try to remember my home training. I try to remember my home training. None of this stuff is real.
Yeah.
After we get off of this call, we're gonna leave in the air what needs to be left for the people to learn and to grow. But at the end of the day, we all have lives to live and things to do. So in that perspective, it's not real. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
There's only so many people in our brain that we can comprehend per day. We got like 5 people that we talk to every day or every other day via text and some social media. So this is going to be a very small blurt.
Right.
So what keeps me humbled is knowing that in these moments, you only literally got this moment to create for someone to use for themselves. That's the only thing I have to leave behind. So use that moment, seize that moment, remind them of that moment, but still be yourself in every moment. And that's how I do that.
Oh, man, I like that. I like how you put that. It was a great analogy, and I agree with you 1000%. So let me ask you this. What do you think could be done better in the entertainment industry as far as talking about mental health awareness?
I think they should put money up for group therapy sessions with real people, not professionals, but real people. I'm not, hurting the people that go to school and do this to actually help people. I'm talking about, you can't put a white therapist on a black man and tell her to understand a black man's struggles.
Right.
You can't put a Mexican man up against a white woman and tell him to understand a white woman's struggles.
Right.
I think that they should advocate money to group sectors of men of color, Mexican, black, white, all men, right?
Right.
Because white is a color. And they should put money into mental health of women of color. And then they should put money into mental health of people of color. Actually, that's what it would be called. You see, I'm a brand person, so people of color. look, we'll call it
His
the.
brain is always working, folks. He's
so
right
think,
on it.
so think about this: the people of color mental health advocacy. You know, and they go, people of color. Well, it's for blacks. No, white is a color, brown is a color, black is a color. Let's all get together and talk about, you know, what bothers us, what ails us, and let other people hear it so they can understand that you're just as human as they are, just a different color. And then what happens is that we all the same race, we just different colors.
That's dope, man. So let's talk about the night you got nominated for a Grammy.
Oh man. So
let's talk about that, what it was like. Where were you at the time when you found out and got the news? And how has that shaped your career all the way until this point?
It was 2011. I was chilling. My son was just born. I was living in Kansas City, and we were up against Usher. What was that? Yeah, nah. It was like one of them. Right? Usher was Usher. We lost to Usher.
Flaming. Yeah, he was flaming.
Yeah, we lost to Usher, but it was it was Usher, R. Kelly, The Dream, and one more. So it was up. It was up against me and against
Wasn't it? It was Alicia Keys, right?
Yep. And I mean, I was like, man, I know he the greatest, but these records are like, whoo, you know. They came out and they said the nominees for best R&B single, R. Kelly. I started melting because it literally says the Academy chooses your brain of millions of people, which makes you a winner amongst many people.
Right.
All you need is one. If I don't get another one, if I don't get a win, I won. Like, people trying to even, dude, some people don't even have nominations, bro.
Right.
Rick Ross don't even have a Grammy.
Right. Over a decade and never nobody's favorite. He say it.
So, like, that answers the question right there. My mind, you know?
Right.
My mind amongst many geniuses. So and then how it's changed me, it goes from Tigmatic to award-winning podcast. Tigmatic.
That's hopefully one day that can happen, you know.
And they have to,
Continue though.
And the price just went up.
Absolutely.
And they have to put some what babies put some respect on my name. Yeah. And they have to, and let me tell you, you're treated way differently, because that's what it's created for. It's an Academy Award. You know, the Academy of Sciences and you know what I mean, recording arts. So it's real, man. It's real. And although it's very, like, as political as everything else, even to get into that space, it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's definitely dope because you're marked in history forever.
Exactly.
And
exactly. And there's so many people
ever be out here for people to listen to. So that's another great thing about it, you know.
Exactly.
And people acknowledge that as time goes on. 25 years from now, people will sing those songs like they're oldies.
No, jeez.
No, even though you laughing at it, it's a reality though, and that is the goal though.
Wow.
That is the goal.
I'm like,
for
oldies.
music to be timeless. So 25 years from now, the songs that you made will still be remembered.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
In God's name.
Even though when you creating, you're not looking at it like that. Because I don't look at it like that when I make my own music. But when you think of it, you know, we listen to Lionel Richie and Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
And before them, you know.
That's true. Yeah, like to them, they're not even oldies. That's just like now. That's like, yeah, that's true.
Us, it's oldies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that is the goal, though. The goal is for your music to sustain the test of time.
Here's what's funny. I was speaking to a girl today that we brand manage. She's Mrs. River North, pageant winner. So she's a public person that we brand manage. Her name's Stacy V. And she was like, "Oh my God!" Like, you know, she's real like Disney clean. Oh my God! She said, I was looking like through your resume and stuff, and like I already knew that you're like awesome and stuff, but like when you do music, but like I didn't know music. Did you know I was in like 7th grade when you wrote "Sexy Can I?" Sexy Can I?
See what I'm saying?
That's such an oldie. She was
that
like,
goes right to it.
I said, 7th grade.
It don't feel that way. To us, it don't feel that way.
7th grade.
Those
that's like that was right up the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. For those that grow older with it, when they become of age now, because some of them were young. Now they're adults, and they like, I remember this when this was out.
So I was like, wait a minute. She's like, you feel old? I was like,
you're not going to say yeah, but you're not going to say no either.
Yeah. I was like, well, we're not that far. How old are you? She's like, I'm 30. I'm like, wow, was it really that long ago? It's like,
yeah,
geez.
you know, but music stands the test of time, man. And I think that's dope about music because it's timeless. That's what makes it classic. And listen, it's going to bop for a long time.
We got more to do, though. We got more to do, man. I'm working on some stuff right now. I've never released a personal album. I've dropped singles and little things like that, but I've never dropped a full body of work because in my mind, I want it to be released with a full, no matter how long it takes, I want a full campaign. I'm almost in my Jamie Foxx era. Like, I'm not going to drop it unless, you know what I'm saying? You get a full campaign. Blame it on the ghost. But
need some bars from your boy. I'm only a call away.
Look, you need to email me some of these because you from Philly. I already know it's gonna be some things.
Fabian got some joints too, man. I'm one of them guys that sit on gold mines and be having some hit records, but I'm focusing on this right here because I really love this, man. Like,
this your therapy.
At the moment, it is absolutely my therapy because, like I told you earlier in the episode, it took a hard little while for me to get back into music and entertaining. So I started with the radio, and I was on the radio for 1.5 years. And then I started the pod, and the pod just is still going and going because people keep calling like, yo, I'm trying to hop on. I'm trying to do an episode. And I'm like, yo, God is trying to tell me I got something here. Keep doing this work.
And not even just that, you had a presidential hopeful,
Yeah, too.
And not even just that, he's a legend.
Absolutely. I'll actually have Jill Stein on soon as well. And she was another presidential candidate.
Wow.
So, yeah, So, you know, I'm trying to do something a little different. I'm trying to be like the hood Tavis Smiley out this joint.
Hey,
You know,
I like
you
that.
know, make it clear and concise. Music, God, and community. That's how I'm rolling with it. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's important for our culture. So let me ask you, man, do you think your emotional state affects your creative output? And if so,
Ab-
why?
Absolutely, 100%. Life is a feeling process, and you're not gonna create anything with feeling if you don't feel. That's it.
Yeah.
Life is a feeling process. From how you feel when you see the chick, from how you feel when you got a bad grade, from how you feel when somebody died, and you make the fires when you get out of jail. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoots screaming for money and alcohol. Life is
Right.
a feeling process.
Right. You're absolutely correct on that. And I agree with you 1000% because as soon as I got shot, I came out talking about they took a part of me. I can't get back and
First
start doing
off,
that.
the click you claim, West Side do we ride? You
Right. I
claim to
was
be a
doing
player.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I think that if we had these necessary podcasts and radio shows and learning spaces during the time of Tupac Shakur, he would have lived longer to understand in time where he made his mistakes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. So let's talk about writer's block for a second
Mm,
and burnout.
mm.
How do you overcome those creative challenges? And what do you do in the moments of writer's block?
Not gonna lie to you, I've never had writer's block.
Really? So it just comes naturally for you.
Yeah, I don't know
That's dope.
what I would feel like if that happened.
I do a lot of it off the top and punching off the top since I got shot in the head. Now, before I got shot in the head, I would just freestyle and record it and then go back and learn the whole song over.
That's
Now
dope.
I do punching, freestyling, and go back and learn the whole song over. So it's
That's
still
nuts.
freestyle either way.
That's a different type of intelligence.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
impressive.
So,
But yeah,
yeah,
so
it's
I've
some
never.
people that do that though. You know, I got it from Hove, so
Yeah, but guess what?
that's one of my main inspirations that started to do that. But I could always freestyle. I
But
was a
guess what?
single champion.
A lot of people can't do it though. That's what I'm saying. They could be inspired by it and they could try it, but they can't do it. It's a different type of intelligence.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm inspired by Thelonious Monk and you know, but I can't do it. Like
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
a
I
lot.
feel you, and that's something that you know I took pride in it because me and my guys, I was in a group Lions Den in Philadelphia. And then they became Lions Den Records. I was the ODB of the squad. We was popping and I was never found because I was always in the street. But the talent never went away,
Yeah.
obviously. And you know, we made some great music. We did like 2 albums, man.
You know what? Do you know Nail from This Is Hip Hop?
Yeah, this podcast.
Oh, you went mute. Uh-oh. Think we lost you, bruh. Big dog.
I apologize, folks. I'm a little flustered because the weather is tripping out here, man. It's raining out here, so things is freezing up on me and getting a little crazy. But we're back. We're back. We're here, y'all.
Yes, yes, yes.
All
So
right.
we were saying, yeah, because I was saying Nell is from Philly, and he's an awesome dude, man.
Yeah. So the pot is on the This Is Hip Hop Network.
Dope.
We here. We moving and booming.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's definitely a dope dude. He keep it real, keep it funky, and he funny
Mhm.
as hell.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man,
Funny
hilarious.
as hell. Yeah, man. He a cool person. So how'd you and Nell hook up?
Just online, just I connect and keep like my page. I have people helping me like with the algorithm stuff, but they was like, hey, you should come down on This Is Hip Hop, whoop de whoop. I'm like, yeah, man, let me give it a try. And he's very personable. He was like, hey, shoot me a call. So I shot him a call and we just hit it off right away.
Hey man, he definitely dope like that. And
Mhm.
like I said, he's one of them ones that keep it funky with you. And he a button pusher just like you, man. So
Ah man, look, we try,
yeah,
we try.
yeah,
We try.
man. I think that's dope though, you know what I'm saying? And we got some things coming. I can't talk about too much. You know
You
how
already know. Gotta sign the NDA.
Yeah, I can't talk about too much, but as you see, it's already on my page. When you go to my page, his logo is on my page. So
Okay,
that's
I didn't
all
see
I can
that. I
say.
didn't see that. I gotta check it
Yeah,
out.
but I can't say much, but there are some things in the works. So yeah, man. So my next question to you. All right, where we at with it? Where we at with it? All right. What do you have coming next for the people? Let's talk about it.
Besides the movie Surviving Entertainment, that's what I've really been focusing on. Just building out some brand management. Actually, so I think I could drop that here. I don't really want to drop it, but I guess I could drop it here.
Oh, you got some exclusive for the pot, folks.
I might have. All right, so 2025 marks my 20th year professionally in the business, I like to say. And
Right.
it is also my 40th birthday. So I am throwing the 2040 celebration.
Break that down. What's the 2040 celebration?
The 2040 celebration is 20 years in the entertainment business and 40 years on this earth. That means more than half my life I've been in the music business, and the other half has just been a good steward and a good shepherd. So I'm throwing a huge celebration with performers, with uh, celebrities, sponsors, VIP gift bags. I'm talking to Tesla. It's going to be a Tesla where they're going to have all the cars lined up in a row, and I'm going to have a fashion show with the lights on and them walking past. It's going to be fly business. It's going to be in Chicago. I'm looking at August. So that's really what we planning right now, the 2040 celebration.
Oh man, I would love to be there for that one. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
down. We got them. Everybody coming. And then I got I don't. All right, so I got Brian the Wildcat Smith. He's hosting. The comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
on Shaq All Stars and on Rail TV show on Fox. So I got him hosting, and then I got Stacey V as the co-host. So
Oh man, that's dope.
it's about to be
Definitely dope.
it's about to be funny. It's about to be dope. It's about to be fun. It's just a room. I like to create a room and give back, even though it's my celebration. If you're in the room, it's good for you. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up, man.
So yes, y'all heard it here first. The 2040 celebration, 4020, whatever you want to go. We about to do it.
Yeah, y'all hear it. Exclusives. More exclusives, y'all. John Hill came on here and just started dropping the gems, dropping exclusives. So if you had something that you wanted to give the youth as far as the business side of things, what would you give them?
If you want to run fast, run with people that run faster. Never take no for an answer. Just ask the right question.
Like that.
A lot of people are going to leave you. Your wife's going to leave you. Your parents are going to pass away. Your friends. Finish the journey. Finish the journey. It's going to hurt badly. Finish the journey. Finish the journey. It's not going to come overnight. It takes more than 20 years to become an overnight sensation. Keep going. So if you're 15 in, you got more 5. Once you hit 20, stuff going to start looking dope. And then you still going to be.
That's a fact.
It takes 20 years to become an overnight sensation. Keep going.
You still got to grind.
When people give you money, you're still going to spend your own money. Forever. It's not just you're going to be rich and that's it. You're going to always spend money on your projects and other people's projects, and you're going to spend money.
It's a part of the territory.
So, I want to debunk that because people say, man, once I get on, you can just get a percentage and then everybody be good because I'll have money and we'll all have money and then that's it. We'll have money. You're always going to spend money. You're going to always need
money, but you're going to have money to spend on other things.
And you're going to have to
wear that, y'all.
Yes, you're going to have to spend money and you're going to always need money. So get ready for that. You have $1 million, you're going to need money. You have 5 million, you're going to need money. Elon Musk still gets money from other people. He needs money. So let's debunk that. What else? It's not all about money. Don't let your friends and all the people and everybody tell you the real currency is relationships. Oh, I heard that before. Yeah, friends. No. The real money is relationships.
You know, that's something that I said several times on this show, and I'm very thankful to have met all the people that I met along this journey of 82 episodes, because a lot of them I still talk to. You know what I'm saying? And I have conversations with them on a daily, and it feels good to have relationships with people, and it's not just based off what you can do for me or what I can do for you.
Reciprocity. It ain't no reciprocity. Absolutely.
And you know, that feels good, you know?
Relationships is the true currency. It's some things that you can't pay for, that it's not an app invented for it yet.
That's a fact. I like how you just said that. It's not an app invented for it. I like that. So, if it's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
Life has taught me that it gets lonely, no matter how many people are in the room.
That's real. That's real.
And why? Because sometimes you are so far ahead that it's hard to get air. It's hard to breathe. Sometimes you're so far up in the air that you lose oxygen. Feel like you're by yourself. So if you ever feel like that, always believe in something bigger than you.
That's real. That's real, man. John, I want to thank you for coming on, man.
And sir, and last but not least, somebody asked me, they said, how would you explain being an entrepreneur? Or how would you explain business? Or how would you explain success, right? Success. This is what I say. Success is jumping off of the top of a big building and building an airplane on the way down.
That's hard.
So you either fly or you die. I'm Team John Hill.
Hey, y'all heard it. Straight like that. As we say back home in Philly, straight like that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? John Hill came on here. I hope you've been entertained. I'm not going to say it like they say it on the movie, because I don't want to get nobody trying to check me.
Right.
But I hope you've been entertained, you know? And listen, man, we got to keep talking, man. It was a breath of fresh air to have you on, man. I wouldn't have known you if it wasn't for Fabian. So I want to thank him for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Fabian James, the Grammy nominee, the innovator, the awesome management, DDS, shout out DDS, and absolutely. Oh, and Big Nail, and This Is Hip Hop. Thank you guys. And thank you, the Pot Podcast, where we stir the pot and keep it on lock.
That's right. That's right. Listen, man, Stay on. I'm gonna end it with the folks, but I'm gonna say something positive to y'all folks. Always be positive, put God first, trust him, and always believe in the vision that he has for you. Don't think that it's your vision because it's never yours.
It's not about you anymore.
That being said, have a good night, folks. We out.